Hello, this is Unwrapped with me, your girl Hellen. Hope you've been enjoying our episodes and hope you've been able to watch on our YouTube channel just in case you miss it on TV. Today, you're joining me from Le Dolphin Grand Paradiso Hotel in Roma. My guest is a music producer and also a gospel hip-hop artist. I'm talking about Magg 44. He's produced for artists like Ebo Chungu, Antonio the Yellow Dab, and also Pompey. We get to know more a little bit about Magg 44 on the other side. Welcome back. So I mentioned that I'll be chatting with Magg 44. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's good to be here, and this is a lovely place you've picked.
Thank you. Awesome. Like lovely things.
Yes, I can
we
see
like
that.
things.
I can see that.
Can we still call you Magnus?
Yeah, Magnus, Magg 44. A lot of people used to have a hard time pronouncing Magnus.
Okay.
I don't know why. People they would end up calling me Magnum. Magnum seemed easier than Magnus.
Okay.
So yeah, so I whatever you want, Magnus, Magg.
Where did the name come from?
So Magg, because again, when it was difficult for people to pronounce my name, so what would happen is people would find it easier to call me Magnum. So that's how the Magnum name stuck. And then at the time, it was like probably in the early 2000s, the late 1990s.
Yeah.
There were rappers like DMX, Biggie, who used to rap about having a Magnum 44.
Oh.
Yes. So that's how people used to call me, Magnum 44, Magnum 44.
Nice.
And then, I just shortened it to Magg 44.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to know a little more about you.
Yeah.
Like your upbringing, family life. Were you born and bred in Lusaka?
I was born in Mufulira, actually.
Oh.
Yes,
okay.
but I mean, I wouldn't say I lived there. I was just born there. Apparently there was like I don't know, but there's a hospital which is there, which they preferred, yes.
Yeah.
So, that's where I was born. But most of my life I've spent in Lusaka. I've lived a large part of my life in the Copper Belt, and like a little bit in South Africa. But yeah, most of it is Lusaka.
You were your school. So your school, you were at Copper Belt, Lusaka, South Africa.
Yes.
Okay.
School, I did all 4 areas. Yeah.
You're related to Kundamando.
Yes, Kundamando is the firstborn. She's my older sister. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. So how was it growing up in the house? It seemed you grew up in a family that was like into broadcasting.
Yes.
Kundamando, your father?
Yes, my father.
Uh-huh.
It was. I mean, when my father died, I was 5. So I don't really remember much of him. I've said this many times, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I do know a lot of stories about him. Like, there are a lot of people who I look at and I'm like, oh, this is a great guy. And then when he hears my surname, he's like, oh, are you the son to think? And like, no, your father did this and that. Like, everybody has a story about him. So it was I've sort of known my dad through the people around. I guess being in the public eye is sort of like a blood thing, because my dad's young brother, his name he also passed on. His name was Fidelis Mando. He used to be like he was Minister of Information at a certain point during the Chiluba days. So even then, information, he did a lot of public activity. My cousin, who's Slapdi, is also...
Your cousins?
Yes, we're cousins.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought you guys just used to hang out.
No, we're cousins.
And Boogie C, Nathan Mbawa?
Boogie C, actually we are friends. Boogie C, Nathan Mbawa, but we lived together. We lived in the same house for years.
Oh, yeah.
So that was one of the circumstances of hardship. Because of hardship, you find you have a lot of extended family. Friends keep each other. So Nathan and Boogie's mom took care of us and during a rough patch in our lives. So we stayed at their house. And so he is like brother. They are like brothers to me. And it's just so happened that we all loved the media and loved to do public work.
So it wasn't hard for you, for your parents or any of your relatives when you mentioned that I want to be a full-time musician.
Yes.
And I want to do this. Everyone was in support, right?
Funny thing is that it was still difficult because it's always funny because even now I have like a niece who would say, no, I want to get into like media, photography, and I'm like, no, don't do that. But
find a job.
Find a job. But that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So it's somehow at the end of the day, you sort of as much as you've got your break, you kind of don't want the younger people. And it was the same thing even with my older sister. She loved that I could do music. She loved all the songs I did. But she would always say, go to school, you know what I mean? So it was, at the end of the day, you kind of want people to have a safety net. And even if you're going to do media, at least do mass comm or something.
Plan,
And then if you're going to do music, at least study music. So if you don't make it, you can always do other things. You can teach music, you know what I mean? So, so it wasn't that straightforward to say, just because you are talented, we support you because we're a media family.
Probably the hardships that you face when you're in the media that you don't want other people to face, maybe.
Right. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, on this note, I want us to take a break. On this break, I want you to pick any of your music videos. Any
of my music videos?
I hope you pick what I want.
Which one do you want? Maybe let's start there.
No.
So I don't pick
I want you to pick your... I know.
But since we're in the Women's Month, maybe we can do... Well, I mean, for me, I think women take the whole year. There's a song called Nchito, which I did. And
I saw some real faces on that video.
Yes, there are some powerful faces. It was amazing. Anyway, that's a topic for another day.
Okay, so because you've picked, I like that. I wanted you to pick Mwentula.
Yes.
But it's all right since we're celebrating women. Like you say, we take up the whole year. We want you to celebrate us
every single day, 365. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's check out Magg 44 with Nchito.
Kanyimbo nikaja kanyimbo keba na imbila bakazi bamene bapalawuka sibagona sibankala pansi vonse vanga sevenze mumusebo bangangeneke while looking classy. She could be a bus driver or taxi, president of the entire country. Olo mumigodi basakila godi bapezeka bana maini olo mumakumbi mukazi ni piloti. It's no wonder she's so fly. See, nothing wrong with being a housewifey. Nchito sana raising family, so don't think you are less because you are a woman. Alo ajishani mami. Atindiwe mwanakazi ungagwile Nchito. Mami kulibe atindiwe mwanakazi ungagwile Nchito. Ungagwile so, wila so, ay, wila so, iwe, wila so, ungagwile so, wila so, wila so, wila so. Nze mwana mungono pamene atata yanga anamwalila kwenze chikonko bululu entodao tatiza kwanisa without makolo bati ya mai yanga and my older sister senzo yo papa ngono. Women told me out to be a man for my wife and my fam. Now who's the man? Amakaya maome yakwimyo mwana kashino chukunyanchilida amabokote yakumupuma yakumusunga no kuchingilida. Put your hand in the air if you just fall from the sky, but if you were born from a woman then go ahead sing the song with pride. Mami kulibe atindiwe mwanakazi ungagwile Nchito. Mami kulibe atindiwe mwanakazi ungagwile Nchito. Ungagwile so, wila so, ay, wila so, iwe, wila so, ungagwile so, wila so, wila so, wila so. This is the hour.
Welcome back. So that's Magg 44 with Nchito, celebrating women. It's a women's month. We want to be celebrated every day. I think every woman out there can agree with me.
Yep.
It's like I say that, we're used.
Of course, you know, I mean, I think women are very primary to us. Like I said, you know, me losing my father, basically everything I know about being a man was taught to me by women.
Yeah.
So, and that's the case of a lot of families. There are a lot of families that have a single mom, and everything they have is taught to them by their mother. How to be a man, everything you know about being a man. So I think that women do need to get a lot of credit, a lot more credit than they do. And especially that women have been oppressed for hundreds of years. You know what I mean? Like people have always looked, and that's
down
why
on that.
and that's why, as much as people look at this movement of women trying standing up now, and I know a few men who are even my friends who are like, no, these women are too much. But it's like, look, you've oppressed them for hundreds of years. Just give, at least for now.
Give them what
you know what I mean? Like let's start now and change mentalities. You know,
nice.
Even I have a lot to learn about.
Nice.
You know, about that. So.
Magg, I want to know, you were singing secular music once upon a time. Why did you change?
Because there was no money in it. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Well, you know, what had happened was, when I started secular music, I wasn't doing it. I think I was still trying to discover, you know, like my style and things like that. In fact, I didn't even know if I should be doing music. You know, because it was, at the time I did start doing a TV show. It was called Sizzle. Which I've seen videos of now, and I'm like, we're like,
Jesus God loves his people. He loves his people.
I know. Hey, God loves his people. So I was still trying to discover. I knew that I needed to be in the media. I felt like, you know, that's my space, but I didn't know exactly what I should be doing. You know? And then. And you know, in that time of confusion, trying to rap, trying to do the TV show, everything sort of was not just coming together. You know what I mean? Like I would do everything, and it just wasn't coming together, and which, you know, led to a lot of substance abuse. You know, like I just wanted to live a stress-free life. So like, you know, abusing alcohol and all these other drugs and whatever was part of, you know, me trying to find myself, and then, you know, but during that period, like I would hear a lot about, you know, there's a God that loves you, you know, there's a God that has a plan for you and whatnot. But then to me, I was just like I was trying to figure it out on my own, until I tried and nothing was working, like nothing. Not that, you know, because I had the TV show, so that was fine, you know, but I just wasn't feeling complete, you know, like I just wasn't feeling together, you know. And then I went for this camp meeting, and that's where I said, okay, you know what, Lord, I'm going to give you a try, you know, like let's see how this goes. And the first thing God tells me is that, look, you know what, when you don't, I want you to trust me. So when I tell you to do something, I want you to trust me. So I said, okay, cool, no problem, I'll trust you. He says, okay, so I want you to stop the TV show. So I was like, that's my only source of fame, bro. What's it? You know what I mean? So like,
and Sizzle was big.
And Sizzle was big at the time. So I said, okay, you know what? All right, cool, let me stop. So I stopped the TV show. And then he said, okay, now I want you to stop hanging out with all your friends. So I'm like,
and I was coming to that. How easy was that?
That was very difficult, because my friends, and the good thing is now I'm talking to most of them again. But for me, it was like, I feel like why God wanted, it was very difficult, because my friends helped me make decisions all the time. You know what I mean? So, and we hang out together, we laugh together. Like I love my friends. But I feel like God getting me away from all those things was just so that I could make up my own mind on what I believe, what principles I will live by. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when we are influenced by outsiders, you find every decision you're making is because someone else made it for you. You know,
Exactly.
you didn't make that decision on your own.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, okay. So basically, it's not hanging out with anyone. If I'm not at church, I'm at home. That was me. Like,
Wow.
and I did that for a year. And during that year is when I discovered that I could produce. So
Really?
yes.
Maybe that's what God
Maybe,
was
and that
pushing
is
you.
exactly what God was, because I mean, right now, yeah, you know, I do music and whatever, but my main source of income is producing. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like God was trying to take me to that place. So yeah, so that year, immediately after I made that decision, my older sister Kunda bought me a PC, and then I had a friend of mine install a software called Fruity Loops, and then I made one beat, I made another beat, and like I was just addicted. Like I would spend the whole night, you know, just making beats, and I discovered that, you know, like I was trying to understand how do all these sounds come into my head, and I realized that, yeah, this is the talent, you know.
It's natural.
Yes, it's natural, exactly.
But during that time, you were never tempted to say, let me go back, let me just have maybe one bottle or whatever other drugs.
I mean, of course, the temptation. Funny
Did you
enough,
ever secretly go back and do something?
No, it was because you see, the thing about a temptation, right, is that if you are away from it, it's less tempting. You know what I mean? So if I go, like one of the things I did. So apart from stopping to hang out with my friends and you know, stopping like the TV show and all that stuff. The other thing I did was I stopped listening to certain music, because I realized that music is a very powerful tool. So like if I would listen to like a song maybe and it's saying, okay, let's get high, then of course, you know, at the end of the day we're gonna get high, you know what I mean? But what I did was, I mean, I'll tell you now, there are still things that are tempting to me till this day, you know what I mean? But it's the thing of, you have to take yourself away from that place. If you read about Joseph, when the wife to Potiphar wanted to tempt him, he could have easily said, no, mommy, no, let's not do it. Let's not, you know, but then he ran away because it was a temptation, you know what I mean? And he saw, here, if I stay any longer, it's gonna be rough. So even so, anyone can end up going back into that space, but it's just a question, what measures are you putting in place to avoid being in a situation where you give in to your temptations? So
nice.
that's what.
Nice. Okay, before we go on a break, I want to know, you're married?
Yes, absolutely.
How long have you been married?
We've been married 4 years now.
Nice.
It's been a long time. Yes.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I love being married. My wife is my best friend. So
nice.
we hang out a lot, do some stupid stuff together.
Nice. Okay, on that note, we take a break. So I'm still chatting with Magg 44. Just now, we take a breather. Welcome back. So I'm still chatting with Magg 44. Hope you've been enjoying yourself so far. Have you?
I have very much. And this water is nice, actually. I don't know what was put.
We put in something. But we can't tell you what it is because you are going to be going elsewhere. Okay. Alright. So I want to know: are you working on anything new? Your album, or who are you?
I mean, right now there's a lot of productions going on. My brother Pompey announced his release date of his album, so we've been recording, doing productions on that album. The other thing also is Abo Chungu. Almost Pompey's launching in March, Abo's launching in April, and then we just launched Microphone 7 in December. Yeah, so it's gonna be a jam. It's already, there's a lot of production going on. Tim, who used to be part of Zone Fam, he's got an amazing video out which features Pompey and Esther Chungu. So it's this year already has started with a lot of work. I'm gonna do a few singles also.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing like a Brave Only deluxe edition of the album.
Nice.
But for a third album, maybe next year. But right now, that's what I want to do. But the big thing that we're up to this year is we are doing, as Brave Only Music, we are doing a lot of artist development activities. So we started these workshops, which we are calling the Tell in 60 workshops.
Okay.
So basically, we get people who are masters in any field with regards to the music industry, and then they basically explain about their field in either a minute or in an hour, depending on the platform. So
how can one be part of that?
Of that, it's very easy. You just go to the Brave Only Music Facebook page, and then when you go there, you basically leave your details. The instructions are on the Brave Only Music Facebook page. So when you go there, then there's a whole schedule for the whole year. So you can choose what you want, whether it's vocal training, whether it's whatever it is that you want. Learn how to play guitar, bass, and stuff. Obviously, from the workshop, because of how short it is, you won't learn everything.
Yeah.
But it's just something to spark the conversation, and if you want to learn more, you can either join a class now, and you know what I mean.
Nice.
Yeah. But that's the big thing we're working on this year.
I like.
Yeah.
I like. Okay, so now I want to play a game. I'm calling Crash Unwrapped. It's just a game.
Okay.
You're looking at me
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
what next? Okay, so
Okay,
Crash
cool.
Unwrapped. I'll give you 3 names, and you have to pick a name from whatever question I ask you. Just
Okay.
these 3 names I'll give you.
Okay.
So I'll give you Rachel. Rachel Senior.
Rachel, yes,
Singer.
the singer.
Yes, and
Okay,
I'll give you
cool.
Olivia,
Olivia, okay.
and I'll give you Kantu.
Kantu, okay.
These 3 ladies, who would you have a crush on in another life? Because when I say now, you're like, my wife is watching. No?
Yes. No, but I mean, well, you know.
It's just a game.
It's just
a game.
It's just a game, baby.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a tough question because all of them, they all have the same skin tone. Wow. I think it would probably be Rachel because I've got her album in the car right now. So,
yeah.
so I've been playing it. And
Who would you date?
Dates? Wow, that's an interesting question. You know, the thing about dating is I look more at the personality.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've hung out with either one of them long enough to know who they are. But again, you know, I'm listening to
afar,
Rachel's
you
album,
can.
so maybe.
Who would you marry? Rachel?
Probably.
Alrighty, thank you, Magg.
You should have asked. But I know Pompey is a huge fan of Rachel.
Really?
So he would have just said Rachel.
Rachel. Nice. Okay, on that note, I want us to take another break, and this time I want you to pick another music video for another music artist.
Okay. Wow, actually, now that you've mentioned Olivia, I like that Imagine song.
Yeah.
So I'm having a hard time between picking Capena, because I produced it. Capena for Pompey, and then and Olivia Imagine, which was produced by one of the guys who works at Radio Cafe with us. His name is Church.
So yeah, practically the same people.
Yes. So I'm trying to think. Okay, you pick between Capena and.
I'll pick Imagine. I love
Okay,
Imagine.
cool. Imagine. Let's go.
Alrighty. Alright, let's check out Olivia featuring Pompey with Imagine.
Chikundi chanu baba sicholekelela. You are my loving father, nichoyendelela. And I can't imagine my life without your love. No, I can't imagine my life without your love. Tikaliofika kweka gwanela kazua. Sininkala chete ndifunda nditamande zinalani. Ninamvela kumutima ti odi koko karibuni nodi. Sinto zonse ni zanu, fikani baba papangeni pano. Just your love is all I need. I made for you, live and breathe, oh just for you. Munani doba, noni suka noni nyamula. Munani konza, munani suka, noni imya noni kwezeka. Munani konda, chikondi chano baba, sichulekelela. You are my loving father, nichuyendelela. And I can't imagine my life without your love. No, I can't imagine my life without your love. Chikondi chano baba, sichulekelela. You are my loving father, nichuyendelela. And I can't imagine my life without your love. No, I can't imagine my life without your love.
Divine peace only when you're beside me. And it is so surprising how you're still holding tightly, even on my foolish days. This is why I give you praise. How you could renew this slave. No better, sinilekelela. Pale chikondi chano zeru zimapela. You're always on time. Diwe mupanga tawi. With you by my side, no weaponry can harm me. You're always on time. Diwe mupanga tawi. With you by my side, no weaponry can harm me.
Chikondi chano baba, sichulekelela. You are my loving father.
Welcome back. So that's Olivia featuring Pompey with Imagine. Beautiful song and beautiful video as well.
Beautiful everything.
Yeah. Okay, so we're coming towards the end of the show. I really enjoyed having you on the show, though.
Yeah, no, I've had so much fun being here. We should do this more often.
We will. I'll call you again. I'll
Please,
definitely call you because
please.
I still had a lot of questions, but because of
Yeah.
time, I have to stop right here.
Okay.
But before I let you go, I want you to just talk to your followers, your fans, and
Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much for watching this interview. If you wanna, you can go to any of my pages if you want to know more about what's going on with me. I'm on Facebook. I'm Magg44 Drums. On Instagram, the name is Magg44. I might change that handle, but because it's very complicated and long. But yeah, Instagram and Twitter, the name is Magg44. That's the handle. Of course, like I mentioned before, there's the workshops we are doing. If you want to learn anything about music, whether it's production, whether it's vocal training or other instruments, there are workshops that Brave Only Music is doing called the Tell in 60 workshop. So you can plug into that, go to the Facebook page, send information about about yourself, and who knows, you can be picked to come and attend these workshops. That's if you want to know about music. Yeah.
thank you very much. Alrighty, so this has been your girl Hellen Unwrapped. Hope you've enjoyed yourself and hope you've learned one or two things. Like we always say, our guests entertain you, but also they educate you in one way or the other. So get the education and use it to your best. Remember to like our Facebook page, Unwrapped with Hellen, and also follow links to our YouTube channel so you don't miss anything. Or if you feel like watching an episode more than once, that's where to go. Hellen Zulu, YouTube, subscribe as well. So from me and the entire crew, bye-bye.